Does it feel any different, or do you feel kind of the same as saying goodbye?
I think the same as we do every year. You know, it's crazy. I remember the first time I got to see a full class through their entire time. And for these classes going through now, I got to see them through the recruiting process when they're in 8th or 9th grade, starting to talk to them for the first time. So it's kind of surreal to see a Peanut and a Bo leave, and obviously Bailey's in a different situation, but just so proud of the people that they've become, and as students, as athletes, and just excited to see where they go too.
Obviously kind of different from years past where you guys have had 7, 8 seniors at a time. You only have 3 this year. Mm-hmm. So what has this senior class meant to you in helping develop your program this season?
Well, I think it was huge that they were all great people that came to work every day with a purpose, and I think their work ethic just shows. And Bailey was such an awesome, addition to that class. And Bo just comes to work and grinds every day. Peanut is just, I don't think people know she took balls at third base her whole career, plus right field her whole career. Just puts in the work every single day, and it's a great example for our younger kids coming up.
This weekend, you guys play Stanford. Mm-hmm. How important is this series to close out the year?
I think it's huge. It's huge for us to get on a roll. It's huge for us to finish on a strong note. I think, we need to go in on Thursday and really, really set the tone for the entire weekend. And, I thought we had some great times at Cal, but man, just couldn't come through in the clutch when we needed it. We left a lot of runners on base, so I think executing in key situations this weekend is going to be huge for us, especially against a good pitching staff.
Although you guys have had ups and downs throughout the season, mm-hmm. What has this senior class done in terms of helping lay the foundation for the future for you guys?
Well, I just think the transition, right? They've been through Coach Candrea and the standards of the program, and I think, upholding everything while kind of putting their new mark on a team was important this year. And the coolest thing I think about this senior class is they gave everyone a voice on the team. I think that the freshmen have a voice all the way up through the super seniors. So, everyone feels included and feels like they have a right to say something when they need to, and that their opinion is valid and heard. So I think over anything, they've been a selfless class that's really set the foundation for the future too.
You guys have a young team. So does that excite you? Does it make you realize how much work there still is to be done?
I think it 100% excites me, and I think when people talk about us being young, it can be taken as a bad thing, and I don't think that at all. Like, I think they've been through the grind as sophomores now, and in a lot of ways we've been freshmen, experience level wise, just for those people who have finally gotten their chance to start this year. So I think it's exciting. They've been battle tested and been thrown into some key situations that they're going to have for 2 more years after this too. So I think it's important that they've gotten that experience from a young age, and they can build off that in the future.
Looking ahead to the series against Stanford, what do they do so well that makes them competitive? Because they, I think, took 2 out of 3 from UCLA, and mm-hmm. then were very competitive against ASU as well.
Mm-hmm. They pitch really well. I think top to bottom, their pitching staff is fantastic, and they just find a way to scrape some runs across the board. They don't give up runs in bunches, so I think it's going to be important for us when we get on base to execute and score runs when we have runners in scoring position. And Votter doesn't allow a lot of those situations, but it's going to be important for us to scrape every single at bat.
And with Votter, what does she do out there in the circle that makes her so kind of deceiving to hitters?
She great spin, great spots, keeps the ball down in the park, and just competitive when she goes at hitters. So I think it's just going to be important for us to be feisty at the plate and figure out a way with someone who's not necessarily making us feel comfortable.